Hey everyone, Michael here, and doing a quick update before Christmas and everything. I have been so swamped with just a bunch of random bullfuckery that it hasn't even been funny. So that's why there's been a lapse in the videos. And if you've been trying to follow along with the blog, I've been having issues with the blog. It's a WordPress blog, and so whenever there's a new update, it needs to download and install and all this other stuff. Well, the server that it's on right now has been having a lot of issues, and I've been contacting the company trying to get them to get things taken care of. So hopefully after I'm done with this video, I'm gonna head over there and see if things have gotten taken care of. So and as you can tell, I'm totally decked out. My Star Wars hat here. It's got Yoda, C-3PO, and Chewie. And then representing the DC Comics with Superman, Cyborg, Green Lantern, Flash, and Batman. I think that's Batman. Yeah, that's Batman. This was a Christmas present from my mom. So yeah, I'm really kind of excited about that. And because I live in Seattle and everyone's all, oh, Seahawk and 12th Man and Beast mode this and blah, blah, blah. So, I get to show my geeky side, and people could also equate it to being a Seahawks thing. And I freaking hate sports. The only sports that I really like is volleyball, baseball, and curling, which is a Canadian sport, kind of like shuffleboard. You just have these huge things of granite that you slide across ice and you try to get them in a circle or whatever. Don't know anything about it, just love watching it, totally fascinated by it. So enough of that little rant. There's a couple of different parts of this video today. It's going to be a little bit of a review about the Star Wars movie. It's going to be a little bit of health review, and just some general ranting like I normally do. So we'll start off with the general ranting. So I've been going to the doctors a lot lately. I've been having my thyroid tested and stuff like that, just because I have gained a lot of weight, probably a good 15 or 20 pounds in the last couple of months, and because thyroid cancer and issues run rampant on my mom's side of the family, I thought, it might be a good idea to get some of those tests taken. So yeah, that's what's going on, is I'm having some thyroid tests done. The first round that I had done, everything came back okay. There was one or two things that were one was 2 or 3 points low, and the other one was 2 or 3 points high. Otherwise, it was okay. But as I was explained to by my doctor, it's just a snapshot of that one particular day. And so you don't really know what the long-term effects are. So he's going to have me do blood work several times throughout the coming year, just to kind of get a good idea of what's doing what and so on and so forth, and going from there. So there's that. And then just with my general health, things seem to be okay otherwise. I'm gonna need to go back in for another sleep study. I've done it once before, but I didn't do both of the tests. I did the first one where they hooked me up to all the electrodes, and then I slept, and then I needed to go back to be hooked up and then sleep with the machine. And so that's the one I haven't done. I've noticed that my sleep apnea has been getting really bad lately. Especially if I'm really stressed out, or if I go to bed and my sugars are off. Starting Monday, today's Sunday, so starting tomorrow, I'm I'm planning on hitting the ground running and just trying to do something a little bit more than what I have been. And I don't know if I want to do it coming up this Monday, or if I just want to wait and do the whole cliche thing of a new year, a new me thing, and start off in January. Either way, I know that the resolve is probably only going to be there for so long, but I really got to start doing something to, one, get the weight off me, two, be a little bit more motivated, and just be more active than what I actually am. And I have health equipment that I could work out at here at the house. Like right here is a Airdyne bike. I have another bike weight machine out in the front yard. I have freehand weights right next to my feet. I just got to do something, and my PlayStation 2 is broken, so I have to hook up my DVD player so that I can start watching my workout videos. And I have a couple of like Jillian Michaels workout craze, and Dance Dance Revolution, and Just Dance video games for the Wii. So I mean I could play those games or whatever. And I like doing games like that because, well, I'm kind of a nerd, and as I'm dancing along with games, I'm able to see a real-time score and try to keep up with things and beat my record and blah blah blah. So that might be something that I set up and do with somebody else. I don't know. A girlfriend of mine, she used to host virtual workouts where she would turn on her webcam and invite people to play with her on the Wii, and she used to have like a whole little workout group every week. And so I think I might try to start up something like that. If that's something that you're interested in, definitely let me know, and then we can exchange usernames for the Wii and connect that way, and then maybe get together and start playing Wii together. The other thing that I have that's kind of really stressing me out right now is my house. My house is in absolute disaster mode right now. As some of you may or may not already know, I started doing product reviews just to kind of pass the time and to get some, cool things given to me. And so it looks like Amazon threw up in my living room, and I'm already not a very clean person when it comes to my house and stuff, and so it has just exacerbated the situation. On this side over here is where my couch is, and one whole end of my couch you can't even sit on because it's just like full of boxes and products to review and miscellaneous crafting supplies, because this year I did a couple of handmade candles, and what I did is I just went to the dollar store, picked up a couple of candles like this, and I'm imprinting images onto them and giving the candles away as a quick, cheap Christmas gift. So yeah. And I also have to say, this is the first year that I've really decorated for Christmas. My Christmas tree is like off to the side right here, and I have to say that I am very blessed that my entire Christmas tree, with the exception of like one or two things, it's been donated to me. The tree itself was given to me by a really good friend. She works at a thrift store, and so she found one that she thought that I would like and brought it home to me. Well, the biggest bummer of that was the fact that at first I thought it wasn't going to work because the stand that was in the box was broken. But I happened to go by Goodwill and found an artificial tree stand and got that for $3, and so that was really cool. Another friend gave me a tree topper and a bag of lights. Another lady from the internet gave me some lights. The lights that you see that are strung up right there is one of the strands of lights from the one friend. But yeah, it's been kind of nice seeing the generosity of other people and how they've just been giving me small things here and there, and how even though I don't have anyone who lives with me that I should put up a Christmas tree for, I put it up for myself because I really love the colors and everything. And I was having a little bit of a manic moment when I was putting it up, because I was talking to the tree, and I know this sounds stupid and weird or whatever else, but it was part of like my bipolar depression and the PTSD just kind of all culminating together. And I remember as I was putting the tree together and pulling the branches down and like separating it out, how I was talking to it and saying, you know, how I was going to make it a beautiful tree, and that I was happy that it was in my life, and blah blah blah. And I don't understand where this was coming from, but the whole time that I'm putting it together, I'm talking to it and singing little Christmas songs in my head, and which led me to find this station on YouTube that played Christmas music. And I love the old-fashioned Christmas music, not some of this newer crap, or even like the Motown type Christmas music. Like I like Bing Crosby and some of those old-fashioned just Christmas songs. So I was listening to that and decorating it and everything else, and yeah, that was kind of cool. I haven't told my counselor about it. Well, mainly because I haven't seen her in about 3 weeks now. I think I missed an appointment. Actually, yeah, I know I did miss an appointment. I wasn't feeling good the day that I was supposed to go in, and she actually called me and was like, Michael, you missed an appointment. I'm like, yeah, I know. Bugger off. So, anywho, that being said, what else? Oh, so yeah, the Star Wars movie. So, yeah, this video is going to be full of spoilers right now. So if you don't want the spoilers, then stop the video. But yeah, the Star Wars movie, I really liked it. And having read some of the other comments, I can see where people have a love-hate relationship with the idea of this new movie. One of the biggest ones that I heard was that the movie was a recycle of New Hope, where Luke is found on Tatooine and ends up learning about the Force and Jedis and everything else, and then is taken into space and blah blah blah, this and that and the other thing. And you know, yeah, a lot of that did happen like that. There was a girl that was found on a desert planet called Jakku, and she was what did they call her? She was like a scavenger, basically. She went through and ripped off parts from the fallen Empire's ships and stuff that crashed into her homeworld, and how she just lived in this desolate little desert town and just did what she had to do to get by. Well, that kind of reminds us of Luke Skywalker and living on Tatooine with his aunt and uncle, who were moisture farmers. And yeah, so I can kind of see where everything plays a part. It was really interesting to see how Finn, who is the Black Stormtrooper, kind of played a part, and me being a traditionalist with movies and storylines and stuff like that, I have to say that I had a really hard time accepting Finn as a stormtrooper because all the stormtroopers were supposed to be clones, and all the clones were that of Boba Fett, and Boba Fett wasn't black. If anything, he was like Mexican or Puerto Rican, maybe even Samoan. So they did a really good job in explaining that he was taken from his family at a very young age and forced into Stormtrooper Academy and brought up that way or whatever else. But from the get-go, his very first battle, he has an instant change of heart where he doesn't even want to fight. And the new bad guy, I think his name's Ren, Kylo Ren or something like that. Anyways, he notices it and really doesn't say anything about it, and just walks back onto the ship after he's done interrogating and gives the orders to kill off everyone in the village. And Finn just has like a complete breakdown and, oh my god, what have I done? What have I done? Or what am I a part of? And makes a escape plan. And so the escape plan kind of follows along with the escape plan that Luke and Han did with Leia. As the girl from the desert planet is locked away and being interrogated by Kylo Ren, kind of the same way that Darth Vader tortured and got information out of Leia. The only difference is the girl learns how to use the Force by accident, and so she uses the mind control on one of the stormtroopers and gets hit. Tells the stormtrooper, "Look, you're going to release me," and he finally releases her and all this other stuff. And so, really interesting. And then moving along from that, throughout the whole movie, you don't see Luke Skywalker at all. He's disappeared because the new order of Jedi that he was trying to train, this Kylo Ren came through and destroyed it all and went over to the dark side, and Luke got disheartened and like a little whiny bitch took off and no one knows where he is, leaving Leia and everyone else to fight the Empire, which is now known as the First Order. And basically all the First Order is just a continuation of the Empire and the Emperor's battalion fleet. And so there's also a new lingering Dark Lord who seems to be larger than life, but you don't actually get to see him in person. You only get to see his holographic projection. And Kylo Ren is very much just like Darth Vader, just a little bit more of a whining person. So as the movie progresses, you start to find out a little bit more about Kylo Ren and the fact that he happens to be, and here's the biggest spoiler that I can give you so far, that he is the son of Leia and Han. And the reason that he's part of the dark side is because he took after Vader, Darth Vader that is, Luke Skywalker's and Leia's father. And so when you find that out, you're just like, oh, okay. And The other thing that I really didn't like about the character himself, Kylo Ren, is that for me, being a Harry Potter fan, he kind of looks like a very young Professor Snape. And so that was kind of weird because neither Han nor Leia have dark black hair, but this character does. And I don't know if it was done that way because he's supposed to be dark and evil or whatever else, blah, blah, blah. But, yeah. So, anyways, if you're looking at the movie solely for the action and the graphics and all that other stuff, it's going to blow you away. It's a freaking amazing movie. Now, that being said, though, if you're looking at it for new plot lines, you're probably going to be a little disappointed because it feels so familiar. There are aspects of it that aren't familiar, but it still feels familiar in, like, the fact that it feels like A New Hope and part of Return of the Jedi all commingled as one movie. And, where was I going with this? Oh, and at the very, very end of the movie, like the last 3 or 4 minutes, is when you actually see Luke Skywalker. And it's not after actually it's about the last minute of the movie when you actually see the chick and Luke Skywalker meet up face to face. And he turns around and he looks like goddamn it to hell, worse than Obi-Wan Kenobi had ever looked when he was living out in the desert. Of course, anyone who has followed Mark Hamill's career has seen that he's aged like milk, so he really doesn't look all that good anyways. But he didn't even have a speaking role. He just kind of turned and looked at her, and she held out his lightsaber that she had found at a spaceport. And he just stood there. So I'm assuming that's where the new movie is going, or the next Star Wars 8 is going to show or start from, as them meeting on this mountaintop and exchanging words back and forth, blah blah blah. But yeah, so I mean, if you're looking for action movie, you're gonna find it in this. Great action, great graphics, great special effects. If you're looking for a new storyline, you're going to be a little disappointed in that part. So, yeah. Anyways, well, I noticed that I am going on 23 minutes of ranting here, and I think I'm pretty much done for now, so I'm going to let you all go, and the next time that I do a video is probably going to be in the new year. So, if I don't do one before now and then, have a great holiday, whatever denomination or whatever you do for the winter seasons, be you pagan, Muslim, Christian, Judaism, Jewish, whatever you want to call yourself or whatever you are. Happy holiday and season's greetings, winter's greetings, Merry Solstice, whatever you want to say. And I hope you all do very well. Thank you for being followers and watchers, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.